guess you wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Well, I'm in a daze from your love, you see. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. Some people go around the world for love, but they may never find what they dream of. What you won't do to do for love. You tried everything, but you don't give up. In my world, only you make me do for love what I would not do. My friends wonder what is wrong with me. Well, I'm in the daze from your love, you see. I came back to let you know. Got a thing for you, and I can't let go. Although I only want the best, it's true. I can't believe the things I do for you. What you won't do for love. You've tried everything, but you won't give up. In my world, only you made me do for love what I would not do. Made me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do. Make me do for love what I would not do.
All right, all right, all right. Love is in the air. 4 people in the chat. Quick impromptu stream tonight. I'm aware Aromatics is live right now. I'm aware Dedrick Hicks Jr. is live with Jared the Bishop Miller, who I had on my live stream just a few days ago, actually. Initially, I was going to go live around 6:30. Then I noticed that Dedrick Hicks Jr. Ended up scheduling something around 6:15. So, it's generally good decorum to not step on people's toes. So I went ahead and pushed it out to 7:45. Yeah, so 4 people in the chat. What's up, nephew? I got my nephew into Cologne. So me and him did a video not too long ago around Thanksgiving. If y'all haven't had a chance to check that one out, he picked some colognes that he liked from my collection. I thought I should have specified a little bit better. I thought he was going to pick them based on smell, but he picked them based on what the bottles looked like. So I'm going to put a little background music in the background, and I'm going to turn it down. That way it's not muddying up my... So I think 19 should be about good. I can still hear it, so it doesn't just sound like me talking to myself. All right, Sven, what's good? 6 people in the chat. So, like I said, impromptu stream. We're only going to go about an hour or so tonight. I told myself in 2025 I was going to upload more content, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be tied up in the best of ways. Well, pause. It's Valentine's Day weekend, so I want to have that slated, not necessarily on YouTube. So I figured I'd do the stream tonight, and I set the stream up. And the second I set the stream up, I'm pretty OCD. I was gonna get cleaned up and all, but I was like, damn it! Oh shit! I forgot to wrap my wife's presents. So I was getting everything going. Ended up wrapping her some presents for Valentine's Day. This first one though, don't judge me. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. My wrapping skills are not all that, but it's the thought that counts. What's good, AM? What's good, AM? 5 people in the stream. Y'all drop. This is a fragrance stream, so y'all drop y'all's scents of the day, please and thank you. So my morning, so I have off for the next. I don't go back to work until next Thursday. I do have a work conference that's kind of mandatory. They only pick specific people to go, so it's kind of like a good thing to be invited to this conference. So I'll be tied up at that conference. I think I'll be at the Marriott. It's going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So technically I don't go back to work until Thursday. I went ahead and took today off. That way I can get everything going for Valentine's Day beforehand. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. I hit arms. Every day is arm day. So went to the gym, and then I got my oil changed, and then I went to Hallmark. Then I went to get my hair cut, and then I was like, all right, well, I need an outfit for Valentine's Day. My wife has a very sexy outfit picked. Me, I'm more of a basic bitch. I went to the Polo outlet. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about these two. It's not that complicated of a decision, but I got these 2 shirts. Went to the Polo outfit, and it's Valentine's Day, so I don't know if I'm gonna go with the pink polo. And it's Valentine's Day, y'all, or if I'm gonna go with the red polo. So I'm gonna go with one of these. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna go with the red or go with the pink. Something slight. Something slight. I'm gonna wear a pair of jeans and some cowboy boots. This is Texas. It's hella cold. It's hella cold in Texas right now. Like it's almost demonic. Shout out to the 13 people here. It's literally almost demonic. All right, Boz. So I want to, and everybody here, maybe y'all can walk me through this. I want to make Jace my next wrench. So pink polo. Yeah, I'm thinking that was my first decision, was the pink polo, some light colored jeans, my Seiko watch, and a pair of cowboy boots with a fresh cut, and nice cologne. So yeah, Jace is saying pink polo. My nephew's saying go with the pink if she's wearing pink. She's wearing red, then put red. I was thinking the exact opposite. She's wearing red, bro. Man, find you a girl so that when she puts something on, you low key like you want to be seen with her, but it kind of makes you feel a little bit, I wouldn't say insecure, but it's like, oh man, like man. So yeah, she's got her a nice outfit. So she's gonna wear red most likely, and I'm gonna go with pink. So I'll let her wear the red. She'll do the sexy, you know what I mean? I'm just, I'm her arm candy essentially. So I started wondering if Ralph Lauren had a new polo out. So let me just go through these comments if I missed anybody real quick. Shout out to Sven. I really appreciate you, brother, tapping in. Again, considering this was an impromptu stream, I don't know if anybody has any insights whether Dedrick is still live. I didn't want to step on his toes, so I tried to push it out. But yeah, y'all let me know if anyone else is live right now. It kind of better helps me gauge who's actually tapping in. As always, what's good, AM? Listening while working. That's always a plus. Considering that you are listening, y'all also let me know in the chat right quick if my audio sounds all right. I have not changed any of the settings from my last live stream, so hopefully everything sounds good. And I did drop the link. If anybody wants to hop on, you're more than welcome. I'm going to change the background to something nice and calm. Something nice and calm. There we go. Do I want that one? I don't know if I want that one. We'll keep that one going. We'll keep that one going for now. All right, cool. So let me go back to the comments real quick. So yeah, I haven't even talked about my scent of the day. All right. I'm going to just scroll through these comments again. 12 people in the chat. Again, so I want to make Jace my next wrench. I don't necessarily know how to do it. Can somebody kind of show me how to make somebody a wrench? I literally don't know how to do it. Yeah. Red polo, man, I don't know. I was leaning pink, but I have a few other shirts too. My wife picked me up a couple things, so maybe I'll go red, like a darker shade of red. But either one, you know what I mean? Please, yeah, hit that like button. So, okay, so I am right at basically 1,900 subs. Like I said, the goal this year is to push more content out. I would definitely like to hit 2,000 subs. I do believe the quality is there. Sometimes it is hard to push quality and quantity at the same time, especially when my laptop's 10 years old. My last video, I would appreciate y'all go watch because my laptop crashed at least 10 times trying to make it or trying to export it, the final product. So I'm thinking this year, some videos will be outside. Some videos will be with the fancy background behind me. Hell, some videos this year are going to be in my car. I'm going to get something I can just hang up on my rear view, and that moves around pretty easily. That way, if I want to record something in my car, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, everyone's saying pink. So I think it's unanimous. I'm going with the pink polo. You know what I mean? Was just listening to JJ streaming, but that was ending too. Yeah, again, I try not to step on too many people's toes when we're streaming. And again, I did post the link, no obligations to anyone. Like I said, this is going to be a quick stream. In some ways, it might actually be good practice, for me to hold down a stream by myself in some respects. But yeah. Let me see. I will post it. I'm not like opposed to anybody hopping on. If anything, it's almost preferred in a way. It kind of handicaps you in a good way. That way you have somebody to actually bounce ideas off of. But if nobody ends up hopping in, by all means, y'all feel free to interact. That way I'm not just essentially talking to myself. But all right, let me talk about my scent of the day. And somebody else that I want to shout out. I want to shout out Rich Mitch. I've been on my amber kick as of late, and you start looking around and doing deep dives as to what amber fragrance a serious fragrance enthusiast should add on their shelf, kind of as a baseline to where you're gonna build your amber collection around. And this is one that I've been wearing quite a bit. Y'all, this one is from Serge Lutens. This is Ombre Sultan. I did bend my atomizer, so when you get it, it doesn't have the atomizer. It has like a little like black circly spherical thing, and you take that off and then you put this one on. Y'all, it is so good. I mean, again, so if you are more inclined towards the modern side of perfumery, then this one will take a second to get acquainted with. That the dry down is amazing. And I will tell you right out of the gate, this Serge Lutens is not meant to be one that you smell immediately and put right up to your face. This fragrance smells good in the air. It has that classic perfumery smell, quite a bit of bay leaf. It took me about an hour, as I was telling Rich Mitch, to get acquainted with. And the reason why I was saying Rich Mitch is because I watched quite a few reviews, and almost every review regarding the Ombre Sultan, Rich Mitch had a comment that said that this fragrance specifically is what opened his mind up as it relates to what perfumery could be and the direction that it could go. And he has a very vast collection and knowledge. I was on his live stream today, not on it, but within the chat, and he said he had about 15 years of experience in this fragrance game. So yeah, the fact that he had such glaringly positive things to say about this one speaks volumes. Now, am I wearing this one to date night? No. The topic of this stream is date night specifically. Am I wearing this one to date night? Absolutely not. This is one that I'm wearing for myself. I really, really like it. And again, classic perfumery, it's not what I'm like initially gravitating to all the time. I like the discontinued stuff, but is kind of modern, but you know, is on that border of like being between 2000 and 2006. That's kind of like where I sit with fragrances. Yeah, I'm glad you like it, AM, bro. It's a great fragrance, brother. It absolutely is. And so another thing today. So my next, and again, y'all, if y'all have any idea as to how I can make Jace my next wrench, I'm seriously, I want to make him my next moderator. So if anybody has any insights into that, I seriously don't know. Or maybe that's something that the moderators do themselves, is put another moderator in there. Because all I see on here is, let's see. Yeah, I don't know how to do it, Jace. Hold on, let me see. Delete comment, put user in timeout. Yeah, I don't see the option to do that. So maybe somebody can explain that to me, because apparently I'm an amateur at this whole live stream thing. This is only my 10th live stream by now. You know what I mean? I should kind of know how to do that. I'll figure it out, Jace. If I'm not able to do it in this live stream, definitely just know Jace is my next wrench, y'all. He'll be my next moderator. Appreciate that, brother. So, today, as you can tell, I have ADD? My mind goes all over the place. Okay, so today I went into, I believe it was Ulta. I went into Ulta after I got my oil changed. With the intent, I brought an empty decant, and I wanted to see if they had a Boss bottle, the original Boss bottle. I wanted to see if they have the original Boss bottle, because my next review is one, ironically, that Jace sent me. My next review is going to be Boss Bottled Intense EDP. And at this point, everybody smelt Boss Bottle, but I wanted to get a little bit of a sample. That way, I kind of had a better baseline. Hey, Randy, got a question, brother. What's good, Mike? Wearing Azzaro Forever Wanted Elixir. That's a long-ass name. Hope you're doing well. Hey, brother, how do I make somebody a moderator while in the live stream? you're pretty savvy at this stuff, Randy. So maybe you might have some insights into that. All right, so I say all that because Boss Bottle was not in there. I ended up finding it at a Perfumania next to the Polo outlet in Round Rock, Texas. Shout out to, what was their names? Even though they didn't give me much of a sample, but I'll still give them a shout out. What were their names? Oh, shit. What were their names? I wrote it down. Veronica and Renee over at Perfumania in Round Rock outlet. They hooked me up with a sample, a very minuscule sample. They acted like they were doing me some huge favor. They gave me like 8 sprays. So come on now. You can't while in live unless you're on a computer. Yeah, I'm on my computer, brother. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I'm on my laptop right now. And then I have my phone right here. At some point, I'll get to the end of this story. So I get into Ulta. There is no Boss Bottle. What there is, though, is Dior Homme Parfum, the new one, which I hadn't smelt yet. And so I sprayed it all over myself. I literally sprayed it all over myself, at least 15, 20 sprays in my hand. I wanted to gauge how long it was going to last. Let me tell you, when you first spray the new Dior Homme Parfum, yeah. What's good? What's good? Okay, so when you first spray it, it smells, and it smells like Dior Homme Parfum. Very forward-facing. It smells like Dior Homme Parfum. I have the 2020 version, not the older version, but the 2020 version is still damn good. Not gonna waste anybody's time. We have somebody backstage. My name is Mike. A lot of y'all call me Mikey. We're gonna add another Michael into the stream. There's a bunch of us. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Fragrance Fraternity.
What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm blessed, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thank God. Life is good. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. So you're technically the only person that I actually sent an invite to. I mean, Boz always has an open invite. Everybody has an open invite. But, you know, when you had commented on my video that this was one of your favorite themes, you know what I mean, as it relates to fragrance, was date night, you know, those sexy fragrances. I figured, hey man, I'll reach out a quick invite because that's going to be something that you have in your collection. I presume is a good number of those.
Oh yeah, definitely. I appreciate it. And date night, are definitely my favorite category when it comes to fragrance. So I was stoked. You had a great video. So good job on that. That was fun to see.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah,
Bro,
man,
so
you did a great job. What's
So
that?
not only am I ADD, I'm also OCD. So in that video, I go. It's almost easier to live stream because you don't have to edit anything. You just hit live and then you go. But with making videos, you have to edit a bunch. And I thought it was perfect. I thought everything was legit. And then who's that stud? And then I get a comment back from somebody that watched the video, say, "Hey man, awesome video. I'm subbed. But just a heads up, fragrance 4, 5, and 6, they all say Mercedes-Benz cologne. When the lower third title pops up, I used a template, and I just copy and pasted that template for all the fragrances. But I was trying to run through the editing, and I forgot. So that's the kind of thing that irks me. But I'm glad that you said you liked the video nonetheless, man.
Hell yeah, man. It's good to see you putting out more content, and I'm happy to hear your resolution is to be pumping it out. So I'll look forward to watching.
Yeah, for sure, brother, for sure. Well, shit, man, I'm 24 minutes in, and I haven't talked about a single date night fragrance. I'm a gentleman, man. I'll let you go first. I know you got something, that you brought something to the table, so feel free to.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I just put up a video today, so actually I just got this in. This is so stunning, dude. Get your nose on it when you get a chance. But the new Boss Bottled Absolute, I picked this up off Perfume Empire for $49 for 100 ml tester. So pretty good price there. It's really sweet. It's got a nice kind of vanillic tone. It's super resinous, but this is more for fragrance enthusiasts. Like, I know a lot of people watching here are probably a little deeper in the game. This is something a little bit more for us. Ross from TOTG said it was his #1 designer last year, so I was excited to try it, and I see why. It is a very complex fragrance. Doesn't smell like something you'd expect from a designer. It smells very niche, very resinous, very balsamic, a lot of patchouli, nice sweetness from vanilla. Just a stunning fragrance, crazy performance too. I sprayed this last night. I woke up and it was still pumping. Like when I woke up, it was still coming off me super strong. So yeah, stunning. Boss bottled absolute for $49 if it's still there.
49.
That's a hell of a snag, in my opinion.
$49, you said?
Yes, sir.
Damn, bro. So I have smelt it. It's been out for a little while at this point. I smelt it and I really liked it. And you know, the thing with designer fragrances now, I would say for me, it feels very uninspired. And Boss is a designer that literally has an infinite amount of flankers. They even have a flanker called Infinite. So sometimes I find that disparaging and makes me like, bro, is anybody going to come out with anything that smells different? But when I went to Macy's and smelled that one, it does smell different. I wouldn't call it niche quality, but it smells niche when compared to everything else that's on the shelf at Macy's. I really do enjoy that one. And you see that one as a date night fragrance, a fragrance that, you know, your girlfriend or boyfriend or, you know, your significant other or whatever would like?
I mean, obviously it depends on their taste. So, you know, that's definitely for someone who's a little bit more interested in more of a complex fragrance. I was kind of excited to talk about it. So I used, I guess, the date night theme as an excuse to bring it up just now, because I thought maybe people watching would be interested in that one too. But I'll go a little bit more, I guess, mass appealing with my next pick. That one, yeah, maybe not for everybody, for sure. More challenging.
Yeah, no, I mean, so I think for me, when I picked the fragrances I picked, I did not select any fragrance that has not garnered me positive attention, whether when I was single or whether, you know, married. So essentially, you know, I'm married, so every one of these fragrances are fragrances that, you know, my wife really enjoys on me. So each person has their own benchmark as to what they would see as a good date night fragrance. So I'll just show y'all one that she loves. She loves, and this is another Boss fragrance. We're gonna stick with the theme. And if you've seen the video, you know what I'm about to show. This one is Boss Bottle Private Accord. I picked this one up on Mercari, and the dude sold it to me for so cheap because it was dinged up right here. But I was like, is it leaking? He said no. I was like, bro, I'll that's not an issue. I'll take that from you real quick, brother. What's good, Montrese? I saw Montrese was the first person to comment on the stream, brother. I really appreciate the support. So have you smelt this one by chance?
I haven't. Only one I've smelled in the line is the original, and I really, really like it. I want to try more. Would you say that one is your favorite one of the line?
I would say it's my favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite one of the line.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of hard to smell these days, but I want to really bad.
Yeah, brother. So I sent out probably at least 35 mil worth of juice to different people today. So I'm open, man. We can figure out some sort of decant swap. I don't have the most, you know, extensive collection. I would say it's about 80% designers, about 20% niche at this point. But I'd be happy, you know what I mean, to share contact information, or we could just chop it up on Instagram. I could shoot you my Fragrantica, and you can kind of say, hey, this is what I like. And if you want to do it vice versa, man, we can figure out a decant swap. I'd be happy to send you some of this, man. It's damn good, brother. So
that's really, really nice of you, first of all, let me say. So thank you very much. It's really gracious, and I appreciate that. And yeah, let's talk about it. We'll set something up.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's really what it's about, right? I mean, at the end of the day, man, we all enjoy this. It's going to be hard to find other lunatics out there that enjoy fragrances as much as us and appreciate it as much as us, man. This one is a damn good fragrance. So it takes Boss the scent, because this is a flanker, obviously.
Yeah.
And like I said in the video, it takes a good fragrance, mass appealing charm that's like very likable. And then they took a good fragrance and then made it great with those gourmand notes. So it adds primarily that coffee mixed with that maninka fruit. And the maninka is, unless I'm wrong, and y'all feel free to chime in the chat if y'all smelt this one. Also chime in if there's other fragrances with maninka, but from my experience, there aren't too many fragrances with Maninka. So when you smell this, you're going to smell a fragrance that smells like a mass appealing designer, but smells different than any other mass appealing designer that you've ever smelled. And I would say at least 90-95% of the time, my wife compliments me on this one. This is not one that I'm wearing out and about. This is one that I'm wearing like at home, chilling with the wife, you know, out the shower, you know what I mean? Kids left the house, you know what I mean? But we're just staying inside the house. That's kind of the vibe of this one, bro. And very good performance too. Like if you spray, I use for a benchmark for myself, I'll spray my clothes at night. And if I can smell it the next morning, I know it has at least 6 to 8 hours. So
That's a good test, man. Yeah, that sounds really good. I like the original, so I can only imagine adding that gourmand aspect would just make the flanker 10 times better. And I love gourmand fragrances in general too, so it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, Randy said, nope, it's good. Amazing opening hour and a half. Absolutely. And an hour and a half is a good long time for a fragrance to be amazing. If you smell amazing for an hour and a half and you're like, man, I'm really enjoying this, then it's something that you're going to gravitate to again. And then Patrick says, what does Patrick say? Sorry, man. Like I said, I'm using a laptop that's like, it's a MacBook, but it's
all good. It's all my favorite people in the chat here.
Yeah, man. 10 people in the chat. And like I said, this was an impromptu stream. So, you know, pretty quick. Bring back Private Accord and bring back Issey Miyake Noir Ombre. I have that one as well. One of my favorite designers. Have you smelled
No.
Noir Ombre?
Neither one,
bro.
None of those.
I got a gigantic bottle, bro. We gotta figure something out, bro. You'll like that one, but you have to like something that's designer, but kind of animalic. But it's a good introduction into an animalic fragrance because the designer sensibilities are definitely present due to the tonka bean that's in there.
Okay, cool.
All right, brother. Well, yeah, let's keep the ball rolling because
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna try, you know, not longer than an hour and a half, but kind of what I've been wanting to do is, you know, I drop a video and then I'll just to keep it simple in terms of ideas. I plan on doing live streams that kind of mirror that same topic. So
sure. You want to keep going or
no, man? It's all you, man. The floor is yours, brother.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll go with one that I guess actually has garnered me compliments in real life. So Le Male Parfum, guys. You know, there's a lot of ultra male fans, and that one is pretty good with that pair. A lot louder than this. This is definitely a little bit more for like a gentleman type of vibe, a little more powdery, maybe a little bit more dressed up, even though I wear this casually all the time. It's got that iris in here, so you got to like that type of vibe. It's got that tonka bean. I put this over the original. I put this over Elixir. I think it's still the best one in the line. And if you're kind of, you know, maybe a little bit more reserved, if you're a little bit more of like a low-key type of guy, you don't necessarily need to announce your presence in the room with a fragrance, but you want something that's going to last a long time, that does have great projection in the first, I would say, 2.5-ish hours. Le Male Parfum is a stunner. This is a 4.2 ounce, and I think I've got like maybe 20 ml left. I've been firing through this stuff. So this is a top 10 fragrance for me for sure. So Le Male Parfum, guys.
Yeah, man. I featured a Le Male fragrance in that video, and I'll just mirror you. You featured, you know, a Boss. I'll feature another Jean Paul Gaultier. And I mean, y'all correct. Is Boss heading out? Okay, Boss. Hey, man, it's like, bro, it's probably like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning where he's at, but he always and consistently shows up to the live stream. So I really appreciate it, Boz. I'm trying to show your comment, but my computer is having a mind of its own. But yeah, Boz says he's heading out for the night, man. I really appreciate it, brother.
Care, Boz.
Yeah, that Le Male Parfum. While we're still on the topic, let me see. So cardamom, lavender, iris, vanilla, oriental notes, which is just like spices, right?
Yeah.
It is a pretty powdery fragrance from what I remember. It's pretty powdery, right? And it's not like super loud, but I just remember it smelled damn good. Or is it loud?
It is deceivingly loud. You can go nose blind to it pretty quick. And I mean, I get great performance from it. It's loud, but it's not sharp. It's very smooth. It's like a ramped up type of, you know how like Prada Luna Rossa Black is very smooth. It doesn't smell like that, but
Yeah.
it's in that vein. It's in that same kind of idea, that same wearing experience. But it is significantly stronger. I mean, that Tonka bean, it pumps. Tonka bean definitely pumps.
Yeah, and again, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but would you agree, Mike, that Jean Paul Gaultier is kind of experiencing somewhat of a renaissance? It would appear that in terms of designers, it's one of the more popular houses right now, even more so than Chanel and Dior.
Definitely. When I got into this a couple of years ago, Jean Paul Gaultier was like at the bottom of the designers as far as sales, and then they kind of started getting big on TikTok. They started using these TikTok influencers, and these young kids all are now wearing Le Male Parfum, which makes me kind of sad because it's like one of my favorite fragrances got like taken over by these teenager kids, right? And I'm like, I feel weird wearing it, but they, as far as a company aspect, they turned it around and they somehow changed the perception and got all these kids interested in Jean Paul Gaultier. And they made that elixir flanker of it that's like way stronger and whatever, and it sold really well. So they really turned it around. I gotta tip my hat to them.
Yeah, it's like when you find a band that isn't popular and then all of a sudden they blow up and then everybody knows about them. It's like, oh man.
Exactly.
Yeah. I personally like the elixir more. I like that one, but I really liked the elixir. And me and my wife were at that point now in our relationship. Some of y'all that are were present in my last live stream, y'all know at this point, me and my wife, we don't really have secrets in terms of our presents. We just tell each other what we want and we buy it. So I knew that she bought me the elixir, but USPS is losing it, brother, because they delivered it to a parcel locker. So my neighborhood, all the houses they each have like designated lockers and mailboxes, and it said delivered. And then when we went into our parcel locker, there was nothing in there, or our neighbor's stuff was in there. And so we grabbed it, and then we reached out on the like neighborhood app to see if anybody had ours, and no one fessed up to it. So I don't know.
Were you able to get another bottle? Or?
Well, I don't know. I'll know tomorrow what I ended up getting, because we haven't Valentines presents
just
yet.
Happened.
But
okay.
Yeah. She told me that she couldn't find the and she bought it on Mercari, and that was, I think, the first time she bought something on Mercari. So she was, and you have to like file really quick. Well, it's not Mercari's fault; it's USPS's fault.
Yeah, the shipping.
They delivered it. Yeah.
Right.
So I got that one on my radar, the elixir, and I have Paradise Garden. I will have Paradise Garden before summer comes around. Those are the two next ones. But we're gonna keep it on Jean Paul Gaultier. Even out of all those fragrances, man, my favorite still to this day remains to be. Again, I'm not overly into the super sweet scent profiles, but I love this one. I absolutely love it. My most worn Jean Paul Gaultier, mind you, only have 3 right now. So it's like, I'm not crazy. I have Le Male Parfum, and this one, Ultra Male. What do you think of Ultra Male, brother?
I like it. I don't like it as much as Le Male Parfum, obviously, but I like it. I just don't own it.
Golly, I love this stuff, man. I love it. I remember the first time I wore it, and I didn't know too much about the super sweet scents, and I never wore Le Male, so this was the first Jean Paul Gaultier that I ever wore it, and I wore it, and I was like, holy shit, I smell so good. And it was just like it was like the first time I wore a heavy fragrance that just cut through the cold, and man,
it's strong as hell, for sure.
I actually might wear this one tomorrow.
It's a beast, no doubt.
And it's got that bubblegummy sweetness to it. I don't even know all the notes off the top of my head. It has pear. I know it has pear. It has lavender. I know that. It has to have like ambery, like amber woods to some degree in it. Let's see what the notes are. What do y'all think about Ultra Male in the chat? I think it's a great fragrance personally. I know a lot of people like the 9 p.m. or 9 a.m.
9 p.m. Yeah, that's the Afnan take on it. I've seen it a couple times. I haven't grabbed it. I have a cheapy that's from Abercrombie called Authentic Night. That's kind of a mix of fierce and ultra male. So I've been wearing that one, but it's not as high quality as the Jean Paul Gaultier.
Yeah, Jeff from SoCal Sense, or it was either Jeff or
it was Jeff, who I heard from.
I feel it was like, I think he's the one that sent me a decant of it. I'm almost positive it was him that sent me a decant, but it could have been Randy. Randy has sent me a bunch of stuff as well. To me, it smelled like a mixture of Fierce and Baccarat Rouge a little bit. I liked it, but I didn't love it. I wish it would have like went in a specific direction. And this is coming from somebody that absolutely loves Fierce. Like some people may see it as like a fuckboy fragrance. Bro, I love Fierce. I also love Chanel Platinum Egoiste, which is kind of inspired in a way. Both of those DNAs are inspired, related in a sense. Honestly, and this is going to be a hot take, I like Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce more than I like Percival. I went through a whole bottle of Fierce.
That is a hot take.
I went through a whole bottle of Fierce. Yeah, I went through a whole bottle of Fierce, and then I was like, all right, well, I need to level up now. I need to get Percival, and I got Percival. And I actually like the wearing experience of Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce a little bit more. I like that it's a bit woodier, whereas Percival comes across as a bit more floral, I feel like.
Yep. Have you ever tried Alexandria Ferocity? Okay, that's their Fierce inspiration, and it's really good. I'm also a Fierce fanboy, so I've tried a lot of Fierce, but I agree. The Fierce is not the same as Percival. There is a twist there for sure. Yeah, Percival's more blue. Yeah,
for sure. Is this true? Patrick said, I don't know anyone that loves Fierce more than Fragrance Fraternity.
Yeah, it's known for sure. It's been covered thoroughly on my channel, no doubt.
So is it one that you had in your collection and was wearing prior to having
what it was?
One you kind of.
I wore Mont Blanc Legend as a kid, like years ago, as a teenager in middle school. I don't remember when it came out, but like that was one of the only fragrances I had. So I wore that for a long time, and then I got Percival. That was my first niche fragrance. Addicted to that. I have like flankers of Fierce too that are really crazy. Like, let me show you one.
Yeah. Take your time, brother. Okay, and Randy is saying that it was Jeff. He sent Ultramall out to everybody. He didn't send Ultramall out to me. He sent Abercrombie & Fitch
the Authentic Night.
Authentic Night. Yeah, I still have a decant. I still have that decant in my drawer. I have like a gratuitous amount of decants that I need to start wearing more.
This one is really dope, but I don't think you can even buy it, unfortunately. And the cap is kind of messed up, as you can see. But anyway, it smells like Fierce mixed with kind of like Banana Republic Grassland. It's kind of got that minty green vibe with it, mixed with the Fierce DNA. It's fire, man.
Bro.
It's called Getaway.
So I'm not sure what your favorite notes are. My favorite notes are ginger. I really like amber, like the resinous Murray amber, not necessarily amber woods. And I like mint. I love mint in fragrances. Okay. So I think that would be a fragrance that I'd actually like. Say if we do a decant swap, like that would be a fragrance. I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I love Fierce, and then I love mint. So it just, in theory, it sounds like something that I would really enjoy. So Randy's saying that Rock Rose is Clive Christian, which is an extremely expensive niche brand. Has no rose in it, by the way. It's a smooth and creamy, Fierce-esque fragrance. Yeah. So I mean, at the very least, I would want to try it, considering I really like the DNA.
Yeah, it's crazy good. I just recently tried that one.
All right, brother. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. I'll let you show another fragrance. I don't know how many fragrances you've pulled out, and while you're doing that, I got
a bunch just sitting up here, but go.
Sweet. I grabbed a bunch as well. While you're grabbing that, getting ready, I'm gonna let another guest into the panel. Bless y'all that people show up, especially since I didn't promote this thing hardly. Welcome to the stage, everybody. everybody, the one and only Montrese. And if you'll let him.
What's
Can
up,
you hear me,
brother?
brother?
What's going on? Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up,
Good.
Montrese?
How you doing,
What's
man?
good?
Am I clear? Am I good?
Yeah, you sound great, man.
Good, good. I like the music, man.
Yeah, it's a vibe, right? Nice low-key vibe. That's what I kind of wanted it to be. Somebody hit me up in the private chat. What's that about? Let's see. What's up, King?
That was me.
Yeah. Hopefully I didn't have you sitting back there too long, man. I do.
No.
Yeah. I have a bit of ADD, so if y'all need to cut me off, because I will just keep talking.
Just
Hey,
answer
keep talking, man.
Patrick's question. Yeah, Fierce Night is really good, Patrick. I've tried that one too. That one's worth checking out.
Anyone have any experience with Fierce Night? Heard Jeff talking about it on his channel. Yeah, I've never smelt it. I've seen it. I feel like I've smelt it, but yeah, the Fierce is where it's at for me, man.
Yeah, Fierce Night is solid, Patrick.
Montrese, what'd you wear tonight or today? What was your scent, brother? What'd you rock?
Oh, well, today, I wore the Stronger With You, Oud.
I like
That's
that
a great
one.
one.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's a good scent.
Yeah.
That boy is pushing all day.
I tried that one from Juan. Juan sent me that one, and Stronger With You leather as well. So he sent me both of those, which I really liked both of them. And I heard they just dropped a sandalwood joint.
Yeah, that'd be I should be getting that in like a week.
Yeah, man, you'll have to let me know, man. I really like sandalwood, so if it really comes through, it should be good, especially with those sweeter notes. But I'm gonna let Fragrance Fraternity, Mike with Fragrance Fraternity, go ahead and show us what the next fragrance is.
Yeah, sure. Well, I know you mentioned amber before, and you're kind of on an amber kick, so I figured I'd bring this one up. This one has blown my mind. Kind of a more recent acquisition too, from Mosque Milano. This is called Tango, and this is the best amber fragrance I ever tried. I know you just talked about that Ombre Sultan from Serge Lutens, and I want to try that one. That one's definitely on my radar, but this is crazy good, man. Tango, really spicy, really ambery, great performance, smells super, super high quality, and I think these 35 mLs go for like $70, so it's not like crazy expensive. And perfumed by Cecile Zarokian. I'm sure you know who that is, but yeah, great atomizer on these things too. The cap is like whatever, it's kind of like rubbery, it's nothing special, but great sprayer, great quality, and really beautiful. Like, smells opulent, really luxurious, and all that.
I like that bottle.
Yeah, the bottles are nice. The biggest, most popular one from this is Russian tea. That's kind of the one that's been hyped the most. But yeah, this blew my mind as far as like an amber fragrance goes. This guy recommended it to me, and it's fantastic. Really spicy, really warm, and just blended to perfection, really.
Man, it's an amber fragrance. You weren't lying. Amber is, now when I'm on my kick, you know, I wanted to say amber as the main accord. That's usually the thing. And I'm like, okay, now you got my attention. Let me keep going. All right, so they say it's complex, exotic, smooth amber, good for cumin, seductive, spicy opening, good for high-end occasions. So I guess you can dress it up. Look at these notes here. Yeah, it has what I like to see. How's the rose on there? Because I don't like when it's too rose forward.
Me either. I don't like that either. It's very much in the background.
Nice.
I'm a big fan of rose.
Sounds like a
Yeah, a lot of people are, and I don't blame them. There's some great rose scents out there. Rose is a really tricky note. It's really tricky, you know, and anytime you talk about one note either, you got to remember it's really all about like the whole blend too. So it's the way it all comes together is what I've kind of realized over time. Even if there's one note that like kind of maybe something that you think that you don't like, if you try enough stuff, you'll find a fragrance with the note that has it, and you'll love that fragrance. You know what I'm saying? It's about the whole blend.
Yeah, there was an old fragrance Armand, it's called I haven't worn it so long. It's called Change the Wood. And that made me really appreciate rose. So
Is that a clone of anything?
nah, it's one of the originals. It's an old fragrance. It smells like imagine being in like your grandfather's attic or something.
Okay.
Like an attic full of roses. Like it does
Okay.
have like that grandpa smell to it, but I like it though.
Nice. Yeah, there's
Okay, so
go ahead.
no, just because I want to do better about trying to answer people's comments, because I mean, people take their time to come here, and again, I really will just go off on tangents. It's never anything personal, y'all. Somebody asked if we've tried Joe Malone's Cypress and Grapevine. Amazing one to get and review. Very masculine. I'll just chime in very quick. I'll be honest, Joe Malone, I like the way a lot of their fragrances smell. I've yet to wear a Joe Malone that actually like stuck to my skin and lasted a good long while. I don't own any Joe Malone fragrances, but I haven't smelt one that smells bad either. But none of them have spoke to me personally.
Same here.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't own any. I've smelled a decent amount. I know they have a lot. My favorite was the red hibiscus. That was one that I really liked, but I don't own any at this point, sadly.
Yeah, and just everybody that's in the chat, if there's something that you want me to try, I'm not opposed to. I'm not asking for decants. I'm just saying y'all are welcome. You know, I try to respond to all comments, and y'all know I'm pretty responsive on IG as well. Y'all are always welcome. Every single video of mine, I put my IG link. Y'all are welcome to send me a message and you know, strike up a conversation. And I'm gonna chime in on Patrick because I saw a word that he just said that is my love language. I don't like rose, but YSL L'Homme Ultime is an incredible fragrance, and I love YSL Ultime. It will be featured in every single spring video that I ever have for the remainder that I have a channel. I love that fragrance that much. Now, I have an affinity towards La Nuit de l'Homme because that was like, it held me down. You know what I mean? That fragrance I've been wearing for over a decade, but Ultime is the best fragrance I've ever smelt from YSL after La Nuit. That's just how I feel. What about y'all? Have y'all smelled Ultime?
I like Gaultier.
Yeah, I love Ultime. There's some, and again, it's like there's just something about ginger that I really like, so that might have something to do with it as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I say YSL Le Parfum is my favorite that I've smelled from everything that they drop. So.
Yeah, no, Le Parfum, I wear it a ton. So I wear probably Le Parfum more than I wear Ultime just because it's a discontinued fragrance. I don't know when the next time I'll be able to get another bottle.
Crazy.
But yeah, I wore the YEDP and I have like just a little bit left. And I was like, all right, it's time to level up, you know what I mean? And get the Le Parfum. It's the more mature version. So that's the one I wear now. I got a big boy bottle of it.
Yeah, they also have the L'Homme Le Parfum, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, it's pretty good too.
All right, so I'm gonna, excuse me, I got a cough. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. All right, so I got a cheapie for y'all. This is not one that made the cut on my video, but I shit you not, man. This is a fragrance that my wife has complimented me on multiple times. I know most people, they prefer comments from women, but the assistant director at my job, he told me one day when I wore it to work, he's like, brother, he's like, you know, no homo or anything, man, but man, you smell really, really good. What are you wearing? And I could have lied and said that I was wearing Sedley, but no, I told him I'm wearing a Middle Eastern fragrance from Lattafa called Merrier Legacy. This one,
yes, sir,
man. This one is really good. I absolutely hate the bottle. Randy knows how much I hate the gaudy bottles. I'll never own Phantom or those. I like Toy Boy. I won't own Toy Boy probably because of the bottle, but bro, this for the
I
price,
like the bottle.
man, it's so damn good.
And you could get that.
You like the bottle?
Yeah, I like the bottles, man, because I love chest, and that's my favorite piece on the board is the knight. So that's why I like the bottle. That's my reason I like it.
That is cool. I like that fragrance too. It's really good, man.
Yeah,
Great
man.
performance on it.
Yeah, dirt cheap too, and it's good quality. It's, I just copped one from the top of it's called Raw Human, and it's like Tuscan leather with plum.
Wow.
So I really like it. Yeah, it's real good.
I love
I
anything
don't have
Tuscan leather.
plum fragrances. I don't have many plum fragrances.
You gotta get some if you like plum, man.
Yeah, the only plum fragrance I have is Sensual Obsessions Andy Warhol, which
Okay.
I have the original and the 2.0. So I have, I don't know, at least 30 milliliters of a solid plum fragrance when I want to wear it. But I told myself I was going to wear it more this winter, and I just didn't. I don't know if it's maybe I don't love plum the most, because when I spray it, I'm like, man, I like the way I smell. I just, for whatever reason, haven't reached for it that much this winter.
You ever tried 1 Million Lucky?
It's a good scent.
My wife loves 1 Million. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
That does
plum.
have plum. You're right. So I do like plum. You're right. So the only 1 million I have is 1 Million Privé.
Okay.
Privé by far is my
That's
favorite. Again, it's an amber fragrance. It has heavy myrrh in it. So yeah, just another reason. And when I bought these fragrances, I didn't know why I liked them so much. I was like, damn, this fragrance is really good, and it turns out because it has amber. But yeah, my wife really likes 1 Million Lucky for sure. On trees, if you like that, try Orchid Leather by Van Cleef. It's pretty inexpensive. It's plum and soft leather. What sounds like it'd be up his alley. Have you smelled that one, Montrese?
It's in a comment. Yeah. I like that fragrance, dude. I like that one.
Yeah.
But like anything that's Tuscan leather is similar to it, I'm buying it. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's one of my favorite DNAs of all time.
Same, dude. Godolphin
Yeah.
is
Yeah, Godolphin is good too.
perfect for me.
Yeah.
Do you have a Rasasi La Yukawam?
Yeah, Rasasi, they've been dropping some bangers, man. A lot of bangers, man. Like, but their elixir, I know the Hawassi elixir is the Lamar elixir clone by John Paul Gaultier. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna buy it because I got so many DNAs of that clone. So, but they've been dropping some bangers though.
Yeah, Rasasi La Yukawam is a direct clone of Tuscan Leather, and I've smelled both, and I felt like it was so close that I didn't need
Right.
Tuscan Leather. Some people say
Yeah.
Tuscan Leather. I mean, I'm gonna take the fifth on it, but I don't know
it
if
ain't
my
what it
nephew's
used
still
to be.
watching. No, some people say Tuscan Leather smells like cocaine, but I'm not gonna comment on that.
I don't. That's right. I've never done cocaine, so I can't speak on it.
Yeah,
I don't think it smells like cocaine,
plum.
but it smells really good.
Yeah,
Montrese, if
I think it
you
smells
like
really
Tuscan leather, dude, check out I don't know if you ever tried any Suspiro, but this one called Prima Donna. Dude, this is fire.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, that was
Kind
gifted,
of like
man.
Tuscan leather, would you say, but like fruitier, right? And
Yeah, it's
floral.
fruitier. Yeah. I like that one, man. Yeah, I wore that in the summer a couple of times. It was like cooler weather summer though.
Dude, it
Wow.
is so good. Blind
And the
Buy.
bottle was fire too. That's a fire bottle. I've always liked it because of the bottle.
I thought you might like that one because you said Tuscan leather.
Yeah, I got that,
Orchid
man.
Leather. Go ahead. Sorry.
That was gifted. No, I'm just saying that was gifted to me. So, by my uncle. My uncle knew I liked the Tuscan leather DNA.
Oh, okay. Sick.
Hey, bro. I grew up in East Houston, man. We ain't much to do. Yeah. I like the sound of that Van Cleef and Arpels. That's what the brand is, right? Yeah, I like that. Apparently I do like Plum then, because I like Cobalt, I like Lucky, I like the Warhol. So yeah, I need to.
Both of the Cobalt is good too. The original and the Elixir.
Yeah, I've been hooked on the Elixir. Been hooked on this.
Yeah.
Is that 100 mil? Yeah, I keep running into bad boys. They all 5 ounces though. I keep running into them on eBay. I grab them every time.
5 ounce, wow.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, we hit the 1 hour mark. Probably like to show a couple more fragrances. Again, this was a last minute stream. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna take my son to school. Go to the gym. I'm probably gonna find somewhere to record, and then start just prepping for the night out. We have the house to ourselves tomorrow, so make sure I drink a lot of water during the day, and then purge at night. We don't get the opportunity to do that too often. So yeah, we'll go for about 20-30 minutes max, more. But yeah, again, seven people still here. If it drops off to 4 or 5 people, I'll probably start wrapping this up. But yeah, I've already talked about it. One of my favorite DNAs, Montrese, Mike, before I even started collecting fragrances, before I knew what the fragrance community was, before I knew who Jeremy Fragrance was, this was a fragrance I was wearing, man. And it amazed me. When people talk about compliments, sometimes it's hype, but sometimes it's actually real. And this is a fragrance that amazed me how often I would get compliments on it. And that's La Nuit de l'Homme. Mind you, I was wearing this one, from 2009 to 2013. I even have Instagram posts, not from my iSMELL account, obviously, because it didn't exist, but from my personal Instagram, where I was going into Macy's saying, that I was fly as hell in my YSL type shit. Bro, I've been wearing this one. I must have had 6 bottles in my life. And then in the video, though, in the video, I posted the Blue Electrique. But man, this one will do if you can't get Blue Electrique.
Fragrance dude, you have a good night, bro.
Yeah, take care, Randy.
Yeah, good night, Randy.
That's a good dude.
Yeah,
man.
Randy, yeah, he's always welcome over here. He's always welcome. So yeah, what's y'all's experience with La Nuit? I know a lot of people don't talk about it too much. It's kind of lost its luster because the newer batches are quite muted. But is it a fragrance that you wore, or is it just more of a fragrance you understand and appreciate what it was doing?
I appreciate what they do.
Yeah,
they put out nice scents that everybody seems to like. So that's a good thing.
What's your experience with it, Mike?
I'm a big fan of La Nuit de l'Homme. I've gone through multiple bottles of it. If I did a top 10 for life, it would definitely make it. Sometimes I just wear it before bed a lot of times.
Yeah.
For myself, I really just love it. It's practical. It is kind of my actual go-to date night. If I have a date, I usually go with La Nuit de l'Homme. Yeah, I like the Blue Electrique a lot too, but I don't know if it's all subjective with the money, but there's discussion if it's worth the price tag that it goes for out here.
Correct.
But the original is just, you got to try it. If you like fragrances, if you want that date night scent, you have to experience it at some point. And yeah, if I could only keep 10 for life, that would have to be one of the 10, no doubt.
I agree. People bring up formulations. What you say, Mike? Go ahead, Mike.
Talk formulations, no, because that's kind of where I was going.
Yeah. So when people bring that up, I'm like, yo, just forget about that. Just the scent, the way it smells. You definitely would have to keep that. I'm gonna always have that fragrance.
Yeah. I would agree with both of those statements. I'll also say, so for a while there, News Parfums, they pretty much every month had bottles of Blue Electrique in stock. Anywhere from $80 to $100, you could get a bottle of Blue Electrique. I've checked the past 2 months, and I haven't seen any bottles popping up. But for a while there, that was the premier spot if you wanted a bottle of Blue Electrique. So what I'm saying is, if you're on Macari and you see someone selling it for $250, this fragrance is not worth $250. If you want to spend $250 for La Nuit, I would do your homework and buy an older batch of La Nuit. At that point, you're getting more of a collector's item, vintage batch, and you can kind of experience it, in its glory. Some of the citrus notes might have dissipated, but this isn't an overly citrus fragrance, in my opinion. It's dry spices, lavender, and earthy vetiver dry cedar in the base. It's the lavender that really is the magic in this one, in my opinion.
Yeah, the cardamom and the lavender, definitely.
Yep.
Most definitely.
All right. So I think yeah, Mike, go ahead and hit us up with another one. I think I'll show 1 to 2 more fragrances, and then we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay, no doubt. Let's go with this one. I've been really loving this one, and it's pretty crazy. It's 4 ounce of signature Aurum from Zaharoff. Just the honeycomb plate on this bottle is nuts, dude.
My favorite bottle.
I was not big into honey fragrances, and then I tried 40 knots from Xerjoff, and that isn't overly honey, but there is some honey going on there. And I started to get into honey more, and then I tried this, and I'm like, yo, this is the best honey fragrance I ever smelled. I wore this maybe 50 sprays the first time I got it, and it wasn't overwhelming too. Like, I was blowing up the space. The sillage was crazy, but it wasn't like cloying, because it was just so quality. Like, I couldn't get enough of it. I kept wanting to spray more and more, and people around me like weren't bothered. They were loving it too. It wasn't giving anybody a headache or cloying, because it's quality. It was crazy, man. I love this. Best honey fragrance
50
ever.
sprays in one wear?
In like 4 or 5 hours, probably about 50 sprays. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to justify your thug. I was just wondering if I heard you right. So 50 sprays? That's
About a 4 to 5 hour time frame, I probably did 50, maybe even 60 sprays.
I don't blame you, man. See, I'll do that too. I'll be doing that too.
I wanted to smell the opening. I loved it. I'm like, I want to smell it intensely again. Like, I couldn't get enough.
Don't blame.
Yeah. That's okay. So, in the spirit of all transparency, I've never smelt that one. It's one that I've always wanted to smell, but I have never smelt it. I do like the note of honey, but yeah, I have 5 Zaharoffs. I have never smelt that one.
Yeah, it's wild, dude.
Yeah, you gotta try that.
It might be my favorite one. It might be.
Yeah.
My favorite.
I thought it was leather tobacco. I thought it was, but I think that beat that, because I'm a real big fan of honey, man.
Yeah, the way it works.
So I
with
think
the cinnamon
that's
too is
second
really nice.
favorite from him. Yeah. So I think Citrine is probably my favorite Zaharoff fragrance, which to a lot of people probably won't be their favorite, because a lot of people like the darker, richer, like super power, uber strong fragrances. But Citrine, man, I love it. Like, when you talk about spraying something 50 times, I could see spraying Citrine a whole bunch, and then throughout the day more and more and more and more. So I could see going through 50 sprays in one day with something like Citrine, for sure. I love Zaharoff. Like, I love his branding. I love how accessible he is to the community. I always appreciate the hustle. And man, last summer he dropped an amazing fragrance with Coco Loco. So man, he's doing his thing, man. He's doing his thing. Yeah. All right, brother. Well, let me show one here. What if I have something for y'all? This is another one I didn't show on the list, and it's not that expensive. I'm sure both of y'all have already smelt it. You do have to like vanilla to like this one. From a car manufacturer, y'all. A lot of hype on this one. Mercedes-Benz Club Black.
Yes,
What
sir.
do y'all think about?
I haven't tried it.
This is one that works for date night.
It's
You
fire,
haven't tried
man.
this one yet,
No.
bro?
You got to try
Stop sleeping. Stop sleep. Like out of everything I've talked about, bro, like especially because it's not that expensive. Do yourself a favor and check this one out, bro.
I'm worried. I'm not gonna like it
vanilla.
because the the vanilla like resins are not my favorite thing. Like PDM latent type thing. Those are not my favorites. So I'm a little worried. I'm not gonna like it. Like Nishani Ani and Virtus
It's darker
Vanilla
than
Oud.
Ani.
Yeah, it's darker.
Virtus
darker,
Vanilla
quite a
Oud, I
bit
know
darker.
like a lot of people really like that one. And I didn't
Smoky. It's smoky. It's a lot of vanilla. It's incense. It's man, I
I'd
love
be
it.
interested to try it and see.
For like,
Yeah.
what is it like? What is it, Mike? iSMELL? What is it like? $40-something or something like that? Like
Yeah,
now?
it's cheap. It's one of the first fragrances I reviewed on my channel, and it like opened up. Like when you start realizing that these car brands, they release great fragrances.
Yeah.
I will tell you, Mike, it's not as challenging as Vanilla Oud. Nowhere in the realm as challenging.
Yeah.
It's not animalic. It's very mass appealing, but unique in the sense that it has vanilla, but it's a dark masculine vanilla, which isn't always the case with fragrances with vanilla. A lot of them, they smell very juvenile. This one has a bit of age to it. But
like that.
You are right. It does smell slightly resinous, and there is that vanilla. They are two of the main accords. So if that's not your favorite note, but at the same time, it's not sickly sweet because they added that dark incense. That's the only way I know how to describe it, is the dark masculine vanilla.
Yeah, it's really not.
Yeah.
Sure. I just I
little
so
bit of
want a little bit of what?
A little bit of citrus up on the top of that one too.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'd be interested to try it. There's definitely some darker vanillas that I get down on, like Invictus Victory Elixir, like Patrick mentioned, is one I really like, and that's got a lot of vanilla. And also lately, I tried one from Montal called Dark Vanilla, and that has leather and oud, and it's obviously a lot of vanilla, but that one is phenomenal. I really love that one. So if you're kind of on that darker vibe, kind of like the Montal, I could find myself liking it.
So another one, since you like Montal, because Montal is the same house as Merrier. I think you like coffee fragrances.
Yes, I love Amore Cafe, if that's what you're gonna recommend.
Yeah,
I love it.
That one, and so was Oud Cafe. That's another good coffee.
Like that one. That one.
You didn't like that one?
I like the Amore Cafe because it's more gourmand and like vanilla and cake-like, a little more feminine, which I kind of preferred.
I feel you.
Amore Cafe.
Yeah, but the other, I have tried the Oud Cafe, and that one is more on the coffee and a little bit more like incensey and darker and like smoky and a little funkier too.
Yep. And in the forest right out, it gets a little powdery. It's different.
Thought it was a good fragrance, just not my style, I guess. I preferred the sweet cake like gourmand and the is it amaretto or they have a specific note in the Amore Cafe, not amaretto. I gotta look it up now.
Yeah, I'm looking up the Amore Cafe. I gotta, man, this year, man, I have to get a new computer because like it's not conducive because I'm like typing something and it just takes forever for me to pull it up. So this is the one right here.
Amaretto. It is amaretto. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. Blew my mind. I got at the same time the Day 3 La Tacita de Cafe because I was kind of searching for a coffee fragrance, and that is phenomenal as well. Don't get me wrong. But then I smelled this and I was like, yo, this is giving that a run for its money right now.
Okay. I heard you say cake.
Is it?
So
yeah,
he said cake. So I think you might like the Lattafa's Numbros because it smells just like a cake, like with a lot of frosting.
I like
Like,
I like some cake. I like me some
Yeah, I like
cake.
gourmand,
ain't gonna lie
so-
about that.
so you might like
I like me some cake.
a big head. So you might, let me see. I'm gonna flip the camera. I haven't done this in so long.
Ooh. Yeah, this one sounds good, man. It's not often
You
you
might
see
like
ice cream
it.
as a note. That's definitely intriguing with coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one
we
sounds
put it in
good.
back.
A nice ambergris base. It's not overly woody. It's not a super woody fragrance. It's more sweet and like it's a gourmand. What does amaretto do? What does that smell like?
It's like a type of alcohol, I believe.
Yeah.
It's a type of liqueur, I think.
The only thing
and yeah, it's on the unisex vibe for sure. It's got this like gourmand vanilla ice cream mixed with coffee. If you ever smelled KLE's Yum Gelato Pistachio, that also kind of has an ice cream vibe to it.
Yeah, yeah,
Also
it does.
kind of gourmand.
I have that.
It's not the same, obviously, but like the coffee is way more prominent. But it's that approach to a fragrance, that same type of ice cream vibe. That
Oh,
one
yeah.
has.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that might be one. That might be one worth checking out. I like the notes on it for sure. Yeah, I thought that Guerlain L'Homme Ideal EDP had an amaretto note, but I could be tripping. I could have swore it had an amaretto note in it.
It may. I know
Are
it
y'all
has
familiar with
cherry.
Well, my understanding is that it's amaretto and people just mistake it for cherry.
Okay, yeah, it may
That
be.
from-
I have not tried any Guerlain, so yeah, maybe completely wrong.
Whoa, no Guerlains yet in your journey?
No, I know it's blasphemous, but I don't even know where to start, dude. They got so many. They got so many flankers. They also have this like Hobby Rouge line, which looks really good. It's
Yeah.
a little overwhelming.
Yeah, still cool, but it's a little blasphemous. Just start with vetiver, man. That's where I started.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. I did
this
too.
is not. You started with vetiver?
Yeah, that's why you said that, because I did the same thing.
Well, yeah, because it's like a $20 fragrance. You can get like a small little bottle for $20, and I
Right.
mean it's not like it's not a fragrance I'm gonna wear all the time, but yeah, it's a good base point. And then I smelled Habit Rouge, and then I got Guerlain Homme, like the older bottle. Then I have L'Homme Ideal EDP. I know I'm missing something else, but yeah, great fragrance. Fellas, I hate to end this so and like so abruptly, but I am gonna wrap this up. But I mean, I'm gonna be streaming at this point at least once a week. I'm gonna try to upload at least once a week, and the goal is maybe not so much editing, just trying to push out the content and see where that takes me in terms of the engagement, to see if it's worth my while to continue editing to the degree I am versus getting volume out. I haven't tried that approach yet, but I might see. I enjoy the process of editing and making and creating, but I hate that sometimes I take such long periods in between to upload. So we'll see. But yeah, man. I'm gonna bid y'all both farewell. I'm gonna have a couple last words, and then I'm gonna close this down. Montrese, it's always a pleasure, brother. You're always welcome anytime,
See
man.
you too, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yep, absolutely.
And
Mike, man,
what's the name of your channel, brother?
Sorry, Montrese?
What's the name? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
what's the name of your channel?
My channel is Fragrance Fraternity.
Okay, I'm gonna subscribe to you, brother.
All right, thank you. It was really nice talking with you and sharing the screen, and I appreciate the recommendations. Look forward to chatting more in the future. Mike from iSMELL, thanks for having me on, dude. Always a pleasure. We'll also link up. Appreciate you creating the platform and hosting tonight. And yeah, we'll talk soon. Thank you again for having me on.
We're not going to talk, man. We're going to do this decan exchange. It has to happen.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Make it happen.
And both of y'all, before I leave, check the back chat. That is a straight up coffee fragrance. It smells just like coffee and cake.
Okay.
All right.
Adding it to my radar. Thank you, bro.
All right, y'all. Later. All right, you guys. And then there was one. I planned on going an hour. We ended up going an hour and 20 minutes, which I'm not complaining, not even in the least. It's always awesome to share a panel with people, especially when, you know, you're not expecting to. I could have held this stream down and rambled for an hour, but it is nice to converse and connect with the community. At the end of the day, that's what this platform is designed to do. And so I am always honored to be sharing a panel with such awesome people. But yeah, y'all, as I wrap this up, I'll show you all the fragrances again real quick. Date night fragrances, y'all. Mercedes-Benz Club Black. I talked about, oh shit. Boss the Scent Private Accord. Every single one of these are great date night fragrances that will garner you positive attention, assuming your game's tight, you have a nice fit, you know, work out, you know, feel good, eat well, drink water. Ultra Malt. I did not include this one in today's live stream, but it was in the video. I encourage everybody to go watch it. Code Absolute. My Baby Blue Electrique or La Nuit. Black Orchid. Prada Black. All of these great night fragrances. Any one of these collectively or single-handedly will do you well for date night. Y'all, I have a date night video still posted up. 5 of y'all here, go check it out. There's an open giveaway still ongoing. Y'all check that out. But other than that, I hope y'all have a great weekend. I'm going to send y'all out with the song. And yeah, I really do love and appreciate the support. Y'all have a great weekend. All right. Later.